I think we're ready.
I think we are too, man. But I don't want Wade to be right, so I'm not going to talk about buttholes this show. Not at all. I won't talk about licking them, eating them.
This is a special such good shoot.
Wrong button.
I was like, wait, what do we got going on today?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the dumbest wrestling podcast in all of the internet. We are Such Good Shoot, the podcast mostly about wrestling, but occasionally some other bullshit as we see fit. You know, up there, that's your boy Isaac.
Hi.
Over there, that long-haired beauty, that's good old Shane.
That's me.
I'm that damn Dozer. I don't know what's going on here. And you know, it's time to talk about some shit. And right off the bat, Isaac's got a Yeti. What the fuck you drinking tonight?
I just took a shot of tequila. In my Yeti, I have water. But
the fuck is that?
Delicious. I have this.
Cracker open right now. On the spot review. Go.
All right. Here we go. I even have a glass so we can look at the color and everything. So I'm going to crack it open.
It's going to be.
This is called Grape Blowout. It's Neon Burst is the brand. It's an Anheuser-Busch product, apparently. Let's get the...
So is it light or heavy?
Oh. I'd say that looks like a sour beer, but I'd be lying. That's not a natural color.
That's like, man, that's deep purple. Let's get a background on that.
On the water.
I don't know. All right, it smells. Oh man.
Give it a big gulp.
It smells like
Cumtown?
Oh man, dude, no. It really does smell like cough syrup.
Big gulp, like the movie Tusk.
Oh,
wow. I mean, that's more than a big gulp. That's a chug.
Okay, you know what? I take it all back. That's delicious. It tastes like grape soda, dude.
Wow. Okay.
Who loves grape soda?
I do. It's delicious. No, like... Wow. I'm like even the sucralose, which like normally would bother me, isn't that pronounced. I mean, it's a little at the back end. It's like the only thing that I have to say, but it's actually got cane sugar in it. Cold fermented cane sugar, natural flavors, cane sugar, citric acid, malic acid, fruit and vegetable juice for color, sucralose, malted rice, and water. Yeah,
hot.
That's not bad. God damn, dude.
Man, Hyperlight just got a new fan.
That's crazy. Yeah, if you see Neon Burst and you like grape soda, go for it. 8% too, and it does not taste like 8%.
Shane, what Bush Heavy are you drinking this week?
No, I've got something different today. I've got 3 different varieties of Bud Light hard soda seltzer.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
This one being citrus, one being cherry, and one being like cherry cola, and one being orange.
Zero what? What is that? Zero sugars?
Zero sugar. Yes.
God damn it! Why do they do that? I wish they just do it like soda and put the sugar in.
Because
Purple
people
drink.
buy the seltzers because they ain't got real shit. They're low cal and low carb, and I'm going to be skinny after I drink 300 of these.
I'm gonna be skinny.
Yeah.
You know,
honestly, that just tastes like Diet Mountain Dew.
Yeah, which wouldn't be bad if it wasn't diet.
Yeah,
like regular Mountain Dew is good. You know what's great is fucking. I don't know if y'all have Hannaford. Do y'all have the Hannaford supermarkets anywhere near you?
Absolutely not.
No, you never heard of Hannaford Brothers? Well, they make their own little soda. Like they have their own store brand sodas, and their Mountain Dew is called Mountain Lion, and it says maximum taste on the can. And it's
Well, I've definitely had Mountain Lion though. So it's really
maybe
cheaper.
it's there. Yeah, it's probably just like a regional thing where it's branded for each store. But yeah, maximum taste, and it's actually fucking good, man. That one real good.
I dig that. I dig that shit.
Yeah. So Shane started with the Mountain Dew, and we'll check in when he hits the other two.
Yes.
Dozer's drinking what kind of whiskey?
So tonight we're doing a little experiment tonight.
Okay.
A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, I ordered some sample bottles from somebody in a Facebook group.
All
And
right.
supposedly, these are all different store picks of Buffalo Trace.
Ah. What do you want to bet that they're all the same?
They should all be single barrel store picks, which I don't know how you get a single barrel of a blended whiskey, but we'll see.
Wow.
I make that distinction because they sell single barrels of Buffalo Trace in the store. It's called Eagle Rare. Like,
Yeah. I feel like maybe it was Rennick. I think it might have been Rennick came up to Vermont and do you know Rennick? He's like in cigar groups, Rennick
Yeah.
Blosser. Anyway, he came up to Vermont a while back, I think, and fucking him and some buddies bought a barrel of Whistle Pig. Which I can't imagine fucking was any kind of cheap. I mean, a barrel of any whiskey is going to be expensive, but a barrel of pig, dude, are you kidding me?
Taking a guess, because one, I've had bottles from a barrel of pig, and I feel like I may have bought from this barrel.
Oh yeah,
because it may have been with the provider of these, who was Brown Bear.
Yeah. I don't know, but it's possible.
Yeah, Brown Bear through the vault did it.
Hmm.
So, well, we'll give you a quick note here.
Tastes like burned stuff, smoke.
Tastes like Buffalo Trace. Watered down, mediocre, bland whiskey.
Man,
yes, I said it. I am not a Buffalo Trace fan. If you're going to buy cheap whiskey, Jim Beam Black, Old Granddad 101, Old Granddad Baden and Wild Turkey 101. That's all you need.
Wait a minute.
Or just only drink whiskey and mixed drinks.
Hold on. No, go finish your sentence. But I have a cheap whiskey that I find to be far superior to all of those.
Which is
JD, baby.
Jameson.
Oh God, no. Jameson. I mean, listen, I've drank a lot of Jameson. It is by far my most drank liquor, period.
It's not even a good Irish.
It's fucking great cheap whiskey, dude. It's easy drinking. Wonderful.
I mean, it gets you there for cheap, sure,
Yeah.
but JMO is
JMO, man. Love that.
You gotta stop that, Isaac.
First off,
it's the influence of Boston.
I'm going to get pedantic here because I named 3 good cheap bourbons, and you throw an Irish whiskey in there. You're not even comparing apples to apples.
I'm just saying, it's delicious. It's a great drunk. And I had a friend named Rob O'Neill in culinary school, and he drank a bottle of that, and he slammed his finger in the door, his middle finger in the door so hard that the front door of the house shut. He had to turn the latch and open the door. He popped the tip of his finger. He got 13 stitches in his middle finger from here to here. And fucking, I remember having to help him change the dressing the next day, and he literally filled the bowl, a small bowl with blood. Robbie O'Neill. Fucking J-Mo.
Rob O'Neill's fucking finger.
Jesus.
Yeah, beast mode, man.
Jesus.
But that makes me ask one simple question. Shane, what's the chic of the week? Chic of the week.
I feel like we should be boycotting him after his fucking bullshit with fucking Darkwing Duck.
We're not going to do the Hulk Hogan of the week again, brother.
No, I don't want that. We can do the Jose Canseco or you do Montez Ford because it would just be God is good every week.
We could do the Great Kali Insta of the week.
Oh my god, dude! Holy
Juan
fuck.
Soto, where the fuck are you going, Bubba?
Well, thank you for that insightful thing, Sheik.
Oh, fucking Juan
I have
Soto.
no idea who Juan Soda is.
He's a baseball player.
What's
Yeah,
baseball?
All right, great. Kali. Let's see what
Oh,
you
dear
got
God,
going
he's
on.
actually doing it.
Oh, yeah. That's a great idea, dude.
So while you do that, apparently, since our last show, some fucking news broke in the wrestling world.
What?
Some small story I heard.
I don't know what happened. What
Kenny
happened?
Omega is due back very soon.
I heard Daniel
Oh yeah,
Bryan's-
because they're
Daniel
bringing
Bryan
out the
came back.
trios title finally.
The Undisputed Elite returns next week on Dynamite, so Adam Cole is back.
Baby. No, I feel like it was WWE. Did Kevin Dunn get new braces or something?
Oh, wait. You know what? I know what it is, dude. I know what it is.
What the fuck is it?
Teddy Long came back and had a tag team match. Playa.
Oh, playa.
One could only hope.
No, Teddy Long did come back, but all he did was turn Ric Flair's final match into a tag team match. That's all.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
That's happening this week.
All right. So this is the Great Kali Instagram post of the week. Who knows what's happening here? None of this. This fat dude always gets the.
All the time, man. He usually gets his ass kicked.
Yeah, he gets thrown in the mud. Oh wow!
Jesus Christ!
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Well, you know what? This
That's
is
the
a
Great
good.
Kali of the Instagram post of the week. That's
it
a
was
great
Triple H is head of creative.
Hey, I had a joke first. It was great to see that we have a match featuring Mongo, and clearly they did the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge for him.
Hey, ooh,
Relevant.
Man.
Good taste. Very good taste, though. I like that. Edgy.
You
It's called edgy
do have a
humor.
Chris Benoit shirt on, Isaac. So
Yeah, and it says "Ride the Bowflex."
So,
Goddamn.
Shane, even before Triple H is the head of creative,
Yeah, what happened?
Vince
before
is
that?
fucking gone.
He's retired.
that didn't happen before our last.
That was last Friday at 4:05.
Yeah,
Wow, it seems like that was a long time ago with the whirlwind of
does.
things.
It's a lot's happened. So he retired at 4:05. They announced it, and then pretty soon after, I don't know if it was later that day or if it was Saturday, whatever it was, they were really trying to bury it in the news cycle. But Wall Street Journal came out and said that there was $14.6 million in payments that hadn't been reported to the shareholders, et cetera,
Yes.
and they had to do readjustments on their financial
Like
reports.
4 years of
And-
financial records.
which
and
also led to
curiously-
SEC investigations now. So
And curiously, coincidentally, earlier that day, Triple H had officially been announced that he was back in his position within the company.
As head of talent relations.
Yes.
yeah, so John
But
Laurinaitis
anyways.
is gone.
By
Johnny
laryngitis.
Ace is gone.
Yep.
Kevin
And
Dunn is holding on
There's
by
a-
his buck teeth.
there's a lot of speculation that they're going to let him hang out for the next almost year, just
Yeah.
because of like the production value he brings or whatever. And like,
Consistency. With all these changes, they need consistency to not have the rating, not ratings, because they clearly don't give a fuck about those, but to not have the stock price.
yeah, but I don't think Kevin Dunn, getting rid of him, would change much in that thing. I think the fact that they have Tony Khan in charge as one of the CEOs
Nick.
Nick. Sorry, yeah, the other Khan, Nick Khan, in charge as one of the CEOs. Honestly, I think for the shareholders from a business standpoint,
They're in a
that-
better position.
the situation makes a lot of sense business wise. You have Nick, who is one of is like a 30+ year television executive now, 20+ year television executive, and he's been doing this shit, getting deals, like working on getting advertising, et cetera, et cetera. The guy, like, say what you want, he's ruthless, sure, but he also, like, from a business standpoint, he's somebody who actually knows what they're doing in charge of the company, instead of a fucking Looney Tune who just fucking like knows how to be a carny, like, and then to have Stephanie, who has, I mean, a lifetime of experience in the industry, right?
Yeah.
knows it inside and out, and honestly, like, is a very good ambassador to the media, etc., and just outside organizations, like a good person to have as your spokesperson for the company.
Legitimately, when not in character, seems like a sweetheart. You know?
And then to put Triple H in charge of
everything, creative, talent, and creative.
And Jim Cornette talked about it, and it's, and like, one of the things he said is he's like, this is basically like consolidating that position back into a booker, instead of like, and and the only difference is that, like, because of the scope of content that WWE creates, right? And like, from from Twitter to fucking all the different shows, like, one person can't be in charge of, like, can't control it all, can't create it all, but he can, like, he can be the one who helps mold the vision. And I think we'll see that the writing staff starts to get narrowed down a little bit, and who knows, man, who knows what the future holds, but it looks good. I watched Raw.
What
I mean, again, go ahead, Dozer.
I was going to say, what I would like to see is you have Triple H at the head, and obviously WWE is still going to have a writing team. The writing team's not going away. But I would like to see, instead of having the SmackDown writing team and the Raw writing team, each one has, like, each show has their lead writer, but it's all the same team. So there's more consistency between the product and the shows.
And instead of writing verbiage, they should come up with storylines. And just be like, what if they're fighting for this reason? And then you say, hey, this is what you have to get across. And like, these are like bullet points. And I think, like, that would go a long way. And Triple H is the kind of guy who understands and can identify which wrestlers are going to be able to do their own promo and which ones needs the shit written for them. Like, I think he gets that. And I don't know. We'll see. Like, I think there's a lot of hope for the first time for WWE, and who knows what's going to happen.
And then there's not going to be as much based off of if a couple of old white dudes think you're hot for the women.
Yes.
Yeah.
As we've seen, has been an issue.
Nothing brings the wrestling world together like complaining about Kevin Dunn.
Yeah, nobody likes him. And then a little bit more news that is kind of related to this. So apparently Matt Riddle is not cleared anymore. He's injured somehow. I haven't heard what his injury is yet. All I've heard is he's not cleared for competition. So it appeared to be that that match was just off. Rollins was off the card. Rollins went on Twitter and apologized, quote unquote, to fans for not being able to be on the show. And Triple H responded by saying, I hear you. He quote tweeted him or whatever.
Yes,
I hear you. And there's a lot of speculation on Twitter and on wrestling Twitter that it's going to be Johnny Gargano coming in. Shane does not agree with this. I would love to see it. I'm not sure. I don't know who they bring in if they're going to have a match then.
Here's what my 2 cents. I get and I fully respect Gargano wanting to go spend time with his family, his new family. I think that time, this is always the time that people speculated around. If he were to return to wrestling, it would be late summer, early fall. Hey! And I think if he was like guaranteed to go to AEW, while he may not be wrestling yet, that paperwork would have already been signed. That's who Tony is.
Yeah, I really, I mean, it's tough because I can see Triple H reaching out to him and saying, "Hey, man, I know that like you've had bad experience, but we're really trying to change it. We want to push you to the moon." And this is an opportunity. And I don't know.
I don't really think he left because he had a bad experience, though. He's never.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say. I mean, he's really never said anything negative at all. I mean,
I guess he never made it to the main. He was. Never
I was gonna say
roster.
he's had criticisms and things, obviously, and he's speculated about what his main roster run may have looked like. But yeah, no, I mean, he literally just said, "Look, my contract was running out and we're having a kid. Like, I just,
Yeah.
Like,
well,
I don't want to."
Well, what if we ended up seeing, like, I mean, Cody comes back for the Rumble. I mean, Gargano does come back, gets pushed. What if we see a Cody versus Gargano main event at Mania?
No way.
We're not seeing that, but
God damn, come on, that would be a 6-star.
I mean, it would be incredible. It would make me infinitely happy.
I don't know. I hope that's the direction they go in, and it doesn't have to be that. But like, I know that they're sort of stuck in what they're stuck in right now, and they have to finish out what they're doing. I know that the Raw that I watched last week or this week was already written before Vince quit, but they didn't change anything, and some of the stuff felt a lot more organic than I've ever seen recently. I mean, and then you had, Roman Reigns with the fucking line of the night, talking to Theories, like, "Look around you, Theory. Your daddy, your daddy's not here to anymore," or whatever. And it's just like, damn, the crowd blew up with fucking "Who's your daddy" chants. And it was just like, I mean, Madison Square Garden. It was just like, man, some things in wrestling, it's one of those fucking things. Like, the timing of certain shit shouldn't fucking work the way it does.
No, it should not work where the first Raw with Triple H and Creative and Vince gone is Madison Square Garden.
It blows my
mind. The home of WWE.
You can't write this shit, man. It really is incredible.
But
it was a decent Raw. There was, like, the main event was fucking a banger. There was a lot of blood. They didn't shy away from it.
No, I watched about half of the replay on Hulu, which I am curious. The Hulu show is an hour and a half, and they tell you they cut shit out. But I've watched the live version and the short version before. I don't know what they actually cut out. I think they just cut out some of the replays.
That's what they do. But I watched this whole show, and really, like, outside of like a few, like the replays at the end of a match and a few during the match, the only replay that I actually stuck out to me where they like flashed back to something was they started off the show with a hot brawl between Miz and Logan Paul. Like, the show started and they were beating the shit out of each other in the ring, and I was like, oh, okay, it was a fun start. And then they had, after that ended, they had a replay of how that began.
Yes,
but they didn't have a replay of every fucking segment that happened on Raw that night. They didn't do that for the first time in recent memory.
My only gripe with that opening brawl was that it happened in the ring.
Yeah, but then they flashed back to see what was going on, and fucking Logan Paul, or one of them, was out there to talk shit and fucking call the other one out. And like, they were, which is cool. Like, like, as a wrestling fan, if you're there at the live show and, like, you start the show, like, the show starts before TV starts, like, that would get me a lot hotter for the fucking show than if it's like, okay, wait, fucking 10, 9, 8, here we go. If it just comes out, and Miz comes out, and then there's a fucking brawl, and like all of a sudden,
again, you get organic reaction rather than forced reaction.
Exactly.
That was awesome. The bit of Raw I watched,
because it was the Miz.
Bada boom. The bit of Raw I watched was pretty damn good. but we'll see how everything goes. But there was some more big news this week because the big news just likes coming. And we're proud to announce there will be SGS Live 2024 Philadelphia.
Oh shit, we're really we are committed now. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, we're so committed.
I did. Okay.
Wade will hold us to it.
Full disclosure. I was looking at Verbos today, and they were like between like $300 and $500 a night. And if it's fucking, what do we have? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of us? Come on now.
It all
it would
depends
be-
how far we want to be.
I was looking right now, like within, like in South Philly near the link.
The big question for that would be check parking. There may be none.
Yeah, I'm not. I'd fucking just Uber from the fucking airport or whatever. We wouldn't need that much parking, honestly.
See, what my plan would be,
Well, you'd
'Cause-
be the one who'd be chaperoning and driving us all.
I would pick something a little further out, and then I would go in, drive in for Mania, and fucking tailgate.
Ooh, that's an
Set up
interesting
Philly.
one.
party with the boys in the parking lot. Oh,
Yeah,
baby.
Dude. Okay. Can
Philly,
I?
we're a tailgate town.
Can one of us dress as Green Man?
No.
I'll take acid and do the Green Man thing.
You could go join the other 37 of them.
Yeah, I'm sure, dude. It's always sunny, man.
It's not an uncommon thing in Philly at this point.
No, I'm sure it's not. But yeah, we're gonna do some live shit from WrestleMania weekend.
From Philadelphia.
We're gonna eat some fucking cheesesteaks. We're gonna eat some tomato pies.
And
We're gonna fucking wail on some fucking people when we're drunk. We're gonna drink some riot juice and wail.
Yeah,
on people.
I was gonna say we're gonna get kicked out of WrestleMania.
Oh my god, dude! No way are we gonna get kicked out of WrestleMania in Philadelphia, bro. We're not from Philly. We're amateurs compared to them, bro. I'm a Vermonter. You're from fucking Ohio, man. Come on, what kind of damage can you do? Dozer's the only one that represents a real
hey,
threat because he's lived there.
let's not forget our shooting shit buddy Joe.
I mean,
It's
drunk
really true.
Philadelphians just beat up on each other. That doesn't mean shit. Everyone's fucked up.
We just gotta wail on some people, dude. That's all I'm saying is we gotta drink some riot juice and wail on some
If
people.
you think we beat up on each other, bring a Cowboys fan.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah, but
Jovan,
everybody wants to beat the
Jovan,
shit out of
do
Cowboys
not wear
fans.
anything Texas related.
Dude, we should really bring fucking Church Mouse the Turtle.
No.
Yeah,
Please.
can we
Don't
please
die.
bring Jacob? Can we
Please, no,
bring
come on,
Jacob
seriously.
Anderson to
Don't tell him I'm
WrestleMania?
coming in, but like he doesn't have to pay for his room. He can cuddle on the couch or whatever. He can sleep in the fucking under the fridge like a good little mouse. But come on. We need to have our mascot.
Jacob Anderson to WrestleMania.
We need our mascot. Oh my god, dude.
Dozer,
Can we get him
imagine-
his face painted with whiskers?
Dozer, can you imagine me getting him fucked up on $15 arena beer
Oh
and
my
him
God.
being just piss drunk at like 3 p.m? There's
and me
still
going
like
full fucking
they're
fucking
still-
Wilbur Bernhard and spiking his drink with roof.
no, we don't
You don't
spike
need to.
anyone's beverages. No, you
No,
don't
I
need
would-
to at all, man. You get
I'm giving him ecstasy.
Two
you get a
Yinglings, he's shit faced.
I'm giving him ecstasy. I want to see him
No,
rubbing
you-
his nipples and talking
give
about how
him
much
5
he
or
loves
6
leather.
locos and he gets
I think we should go with Neon fucking Burst to
Buck
be honest.
Wild.
Dude. Yeah, honestly though, we're doing it. We're fucking
Left-
going hard.
We'll have some citywides, a couple soft pretzels, maybe some Danicks. It'll be a good day.
Hell yeah. I don't know what any of that means, but
oh gabagool.
wait, they have good gabagool?
Of course we do. We're a bunch of Italians too.
Oh, nice. You know, I'm gonna say something that might be a hot take and an unpopular opinion, but salami is better than gabagool. It is.
Wow.
A good
And you know
salami
what?
is. Oh, is that a Philadelphia thing?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, with that Philadelphia music, with that grand introduction,
We go to the Cow
let's go to the
Palace.
main event. Should we go to the Cow Palace and
It's time
San
for the main
Francisco?
event. We're going
Yeah.
to California, baby. California dreaming.
I'm
That's
going
I
back
thought you were
back
going
to Cali,
California
Cali.
love, but
Yeah, that too.
I'm going.
But you know,
back,
we
back
got
to Cali, Cali.
WCW Super Brawl 8 from 1998 at the Cow Palace in San Francisco. And right off the bat, the stage for this event was fucking weird.
It was kind of cool. I actually
all
liked it.
all of the WCW stages are weird.
Yeah, they
Yeah, but
definitely
like
did.
walk out, walk to the left for like 100 feet, then the ramp.
Well, I kind of liked how they had all the like the boards behind with all.
Oh
the
yeah, that
outfits and
it
shit.
looked cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was just
and-
weird where the entrance was in relation to the ramp.
Yeah. I mean, but yeah, there's been a lot of those though. Shit. But
And
yeah,
I
that
wanna
was
give-
good. But the thing that was that right off the bat for me, other than they had that fucking garbage promo to start about Hogan and Sting, which I will say, like one of the things that truly sets WWF apart from and WWE apart from everyone else is their promo packages. Best in the business. I'll always say that. But the thing that started out this pay-per-view and gave me a lot of hope and excitement was the broadcast team for this one.
Yes.
You had
was,
Iron Mike. You had
yeah.
Iron Mike. You had fucking
Tenay.
Shane's father, and you had fucking Bobby the Brain Heenan.
I-
Really
right
good
off the-
team.
right off the bat, it's probably one of the few times in history you could go, this announce team was improved by losing Dusty Rhodes.
Oh, improved
100%.
by a lot.
Yeah,
Because-
and
Especially this time, there was nobody that was doing Mike Tenay style commentary other
Mike
than
Tenay
Joey
was
Styles.
incredible on this.
There-
And
There was commentary about the match.
mhm.
Yeah, Mike,
That's
Mike Tenay.
impressive.
You could tell he was trying so hard to keep things like at least mostly.
Yeah, no, it was great. He did a great job. And even Bobby the Brain, like, man, like he was not like a lot of times you can get like the heel announcer tries too hard. He didn't say that much. But when he came in, he had something that was either really funny or it was fucking it like worked really well.
Yeah,
was
Tony
very-
warned him about 7 times throughout the show that I'm not going to argue with you all night.
Yeah, and I mean it worked really well. I mean, in just a very good booth. You had Tony and fucking Bobby arguing a bunch, and then you had fucking Mike Tenay just holding it down, and credit where credit's due. Great team, Mike Tenay, one of the best play-by-play guys in the business of all time.
One of the few good things to happen in TNA.
Oh,
there
yeah,
are
they're-
plenty of good things to
they
happen.
had a great commentary team though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Don West forever.
this night starts off with a WCW television title match where we have Booker T taking on Rick Martel in his second to last match ever.
So what was the sorry before we even start? What was the time on this match? 2 minutes something?
Hold on, it was
It was short. No, it was as long as
It
10
was-
minutes and 23
Yeah, I
seconds.
was
Okay.
going to say 9 or
Sorry, it
10
was-
minutes.
So it was 10 minutes. Right towards the end, there was a moment where Booker T, I think he throws Martel out of the ring, and Martel's knee gets caught on the ropes somehow, and it fucking ends up like tearing his interior cruciate, I think, or his one of his.
It
his
was
ACL or-
his I think it was his MCL.
yeah, one of his but he fucking blows out his knee. Martel was supposed to win that first match. He was supposed to win the next match because this is a gauntlet match, basically. They get up in the corner. I think it was Rick Martel was up on the rope, and you could sort of see Booker T talking to him, and they sort of talked out the finish. And fucking Booker T went over when he wasn't supposed to. Immediately, they start the next match, and fucking it was kind of a sloppy start with. I mean, it's hard to talk about these separately, honestly.
Well, yeah, no,
But-
I mean, let's talk a little bit about the. I think that we should rate both matches separately, but then give a combined rating. I think
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
responsible. So let's talk a little bit about Booker T versus Rick Martel, just as a
it was a good match.
Yeah, it was fine. It was well worked. Just Rick Martel.
It was hard hitting.
Yeah, it was super hard hitting. Booker T landed that flying forearm that thudded.
Some kicks.
Yeah, a couple of the kicks. Martel looked sharp. Martel is just wasn't a flashy wrestler, man.
No, but he had the look though, man.
I mean for sure. And it wasn't bad by any means, obviously. What happened at the end happened, but honestly, it was hard to tell. I mean, they did it pretty well.
The only reason we figured this out is because I went and looked, because I was like, man, that was weird. What's up with this match? Because like I was saying, there's a transition point where, because whoever won the first match got to go on and face
Perry
Saturn for the TV title. And as soon as Booker won, Perry Saturn jumped in the ring and just sort of started throwing weird blows at him, and it didn't look like
all of those covers were like getting rolled up and into the ropes.
Yeah, and so you could sort of tell they were talking after a minute, but it was hard to figure out what was going on. But once you realize what happened, and once that second match sort of started, once it got past that first minute,
they relax,
man. I mean, both these matches, what a testament to what an incredible talent Booker T is. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. He fucking wrestled his ass off for like the first, 25 plus minutes? How much long was that second match?
Because
this segment,
the second match went on forever.
I was going to say,
it was like
that was only 14 minutes and 23 seconds.
So we got almost a half hour of Booker T total. Yeah. And the first match was good. I mean, I think the second one ended up being better, although there was a lot of points during 100%. That first match where I was like, Jesus Christ, he's fucking beating the shit out of Martel, like just hitting him with everything he's got. But yeah, very entertaining matches. There was not a lot wrong with them. I think they were just good, like a perfectly average match. I want to give the second one a little bit more juice because of the circumstances, but I think the first one deserves a 2.5.
You're more generous than me. I gave it a 2.
Yeah. I also knew the circumstances, and I think that changed things for me a little bit.
Yeah, I rated before I knew the circumstances.
Yeah. I gave the first half of the match a 2.25.
Okay, yeah.
They're two separate matches.
They are, for sure. I mean, it was one segment, but it's two separate matches for sure. And the second one, once it got going, was fucking awesome.
Well, we need to say the second one was against Saturn, not Perry, just Saturn.
Yeah.
Yes.
This one was buck wild. There were a lot of really big bumps, and you could, like, again, with context, you could tell that they were like, we don't have anything like slow planned out for this, but like we need to like go out and deliver.
Yeah. We don't have any high spots. We don't have anything planned at all. Like,
so we're just gonna go do shit. I mean, again, it was hard hitting. I liked how ruthless Perry Saturn was, but how resilient Booker T was.
And man, he won, and Booker T won.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is good for him, considering he wasn't supposed to win the first match.
I'm not going to lie.
Held off Saturn.
I was watching these, but I was not listening to them. And, the first match ends, and then I did listen to the opening commentary, and I thought it was going to be two matches, one, and then the second one later in the night, like WWE would do.
Of course.
And I'm sitting there watching this, not listening to commentary, and I'm like, this post-match beatdown's going on forever. What the hell's going on?
Well, like what you missed on commentary was the commentary team was confused as hell too, because they were like, well, the match hasn't started yet, and then like the bell rang and they were like, oh, I guess the match started.
Yeah, it was like there was obviously a lot of confusion because they were expecting something else, but I mean, they took something that could have potentially been
and they put
fucking
Booker
disaster.
They put Booker T over in the second half of this match.
It was awesome, dude. It was really good. That second half of the match, like for what it was, for like basically an opening, considering the situation, normally I think I would give it a 2.75. I'm gonna give it a 3. I'm gonna give it a 3 because
I'm gonna bump it all the way up to a 3.25. I like the
whoa,
yes.
Ding ding ding.
Well, I gave it a 2.5, but that's concurrent with my other rating. We went up about the same amount.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
no,
the second match was
fair.
way better than the first.
And there's
What are-
something, and we need to have somebody who's rating this with the context of just this is what I watched, and that's you right now, and that's great because honestly, that really did change my opinion a lot of the match. Was knowing that he fucking did. I was like, I was watching. Shane and I watched together, as we like to say, a little peek behind the curtain. We watched together
Behind the green door.
Yeah, we were just like, holy shit, man, that's really impressive. Like, good for Booker, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shane, I see you just finished your first beverage.
Yes.
What are you going to
do we have
next?
any Meltzer ratings real quick?
Hold on.
Yes,
I want to know what Shane's next drink is.
Cherry cola flavor.
Cherry cola. All right. Give me the review when you crack it. Meltzer, what you got?
I'm working on it.
Okay, sorry.
My page with the Meltzer ratings closed. So,
Ooh.
here we go. Meltzer does not agree with us at all.
Really?
Meltzer gave the first match 2.75.
Wait a minute.
I mean, the first match. The first match, 2.75.
Oh, I gave it a 2.5, didn't I?
Well, where I'm saying he doesn't agree with us is the second match.
Shane, what did you give the first match?
2.25.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, he doesn't agree with any of us.
The second match, and this is an instance of Meltzer, you're wrong. He gave it 1.25.
What? The fuck was he watching? He must have just been pissed because of that first 30 seconds. Honestly, that's the only thing I can think of. Because that was what confused me. I was like, what is happening? Why does Perry Saturn look like shit? And then once they got to figure it out.
1.75. Are you kidding?
No. 1.25.
Oh, sorry, 1.25.
Even lower. Like
terrible.
What would you guys rate this segment as a whole, though?
As
honestly,
a whole, I'm actually bumping it up to almost a 3 because I thought it was well done and a great recovery. Looking at 1 and 2 as a whole,
considering how good Booker T came out, 3.5. It was good. It was good, and I think that alone is worth watching this show for. Honestly,
no, I agree. It's
despite like how weird is it's Rick Martel's last real match. He was supposed to get a push, and he got injured early.
He had one more match after this.
I know, but he got injured
where he thought
really
he hurt
quickly.
himself, and then he retired.
Yeah.
And his last match, because it is somewhat relevant, his last match was against Stevie Ray.
Oh, wow. But yeah, this is worth watching the show for because Booker T put on a fucking clinic and he wrestled his heart out. You didn't
see guys going for like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And
you did. That Ric Flair did hours on Broadway.
But the thing is like this is one of those situations where you have a guy who went from being like, all right, I'm just putting this guy over in the first match to being like, all right, I guess it's on me now. And having, like talk about grabbing a brass ring or whatever, like, fuck, man, he had an opportunity.
Again, seize the opportunity.
He grabbed the brass ring because not knowing what comes after, but knowing how much time there is left, this is truly the birth of the five time.
No, he does that fucking wicked spinneroonie into the taunt in the second half of them. Yeah.
So good.
This is the birth of the Booker T we know and tolerate.
There's a couple of births of characters that we know and tolerate in this show.
Yeah.
So, all in all, this is off to a good start, but it's WCW. That's how they go. And talking about characters we tolerate, we have Disco Inferno taking on La Parka, which I chuckled at Laparca coming out, being introduced as the chairman. I'm like, oh, hey, it's Sean Spears. And his cool dance. I like Laparca.
Laparca's awesome. Laparca's great, dude. Shane and I both got excited when we saw Laparca.
Yeah, no. I mean, the dance, the chair, it's all very cool.
Yeah,
this match was
A-okay.
Yeah, weird to have on a pay-per-view. Disco Inferno is
wearing his like, Kmart brand ring attire.
God, I mean this as honestly as I can. Disco Inferno is just a more agile Virgil. Like
oh Jesus.
Like he just hangs around. It's the worst gimmick ever. You know, somehow he still does it today.
And he has the fucking gall to go online and talk shit too about women.
Yeah, I mean there
didn't he like have a rant about fucking women in wrestling? Wasn't that him?
Doesn't he have a show with fucking Russo?
Oh yeah,
and probably. Conan.
Who doesn't?
Oh yes, because that's what I want to listen to. Disco Inferno and Conan.
Yeah, sold.
Yeah,
100%.
I mean, this was a perfectly fine match.
Yeah, it was fun.
Laparca landed some pretty solid aerial maneuvers. You know, stiff strikes, kind of toyed with Disco. Disco was the guy you just wanted to see get his ass kicked, which is what he did the best, does the best.
Yep.
Like I said, it didn't need to be on the show, but it wasn't horrible. I don't know. It's like a 2.
That was where I was going to go.
Yeah.
1.5.
I think I enjoyed it more because I watched it with my good friend Shane.
Yeah, I mean, probably. I probably would have liked it less.
For me, the highlight was the entrances of Laparca and I like Disco Inferno's entrance. After that, I could give 2 fucks.
Disco Fever.
You know,
Disco
and
he's got dancing, but you
credit
know what?
where credit due. He's a fine jobber. He's a good jobber. Like,
I mean, no, like, he's a jobber that made it out of jobberdom.
He can wrestle. He's just not interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Meltzer.
Meltzer gave this match a 2.25. So he liked this better than Booker T versus Saturn.
Wow.
But don't worry, because this next match, I literally asked myself, how do you rate these matches? Because we had a Goldberg squash match.
I said the same thing. No, here, and do you remember, Shane? We talked about this. We talked about this because it was a squash match, but it wasn't a bad squash match. It was a perfectly fine squash match, and it served its
Road
purpose.
Dogg's brother got killed.
Yeah, it was Road Dogg's brother, right?
Yeah, Brad Armstrong.
Yes. Right, and Goldberg looked fine. He looked intimidating.
He did that fucking weird release, scary overhead throw thing.
Yeah, and honestly, this match served its purpose. It made Goldberg look fucking strong as hell. Like, in hindsight, sure, we know Goldberg's a joke. But I can imagine watching at the time and being like, this motherfucker, holy shit, right?
And
like, honestly, like, I don't know, dude. It wasn't bad. I liked it. 2.25. I'm just gonna say it. 2.25.
This is where I struggle. As a match, trying to look as objectively as possible, it's a 1 star at best for a pay-per-view match.
Yes, exactly.
But in the grand scheme of Goldberg matches, it's a 3 for a Goldberg match.
And but
1 star.
Going by the
my
Dozer,
actual rating is 1 star.
Going by the Dozer standard, though, of a match serving its purpose, a squash, like, I liked that match because it was an entertaining squash match. Had it gone longer than 2 minutes or whatever, it would have been too much.
If that's on Thunder or Nitro, sure.
Squash matches do not belong on pay-per-views unless they are a squash match that you don't expect to be a squash match.
Yeah,
like Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar being a squash match. Perfect. Nobody expects that to be boom, boom, done.
Yeah,
But
I suppose
Goldberg
I
versus
stick with my
Brad
2.25.
Armstrong.
I'm glad for Brad Armstrong.
because
He
I
got
liked it.
pay-per-view money.
I liked it. I liked it, honestly. Like, Goldberg was crisp. He hit all his moves. Brad Armstrong sold well. There was nothing wrong with it. There was
That
no
shit's a
point where they
one-star, dude.
fucked it up.
Goldberg sucks.
Sure,
Ooh,
but
no.
but he did great in that match. He did fine. He did all his shit. He didn't fuck anything up. He didn't get gassed. He looked like $1 million, and it served its purpose.
And I'm going to say, honestly, Shane, we should stop arguing with Isaac on this one because we both got a drink because Meltzer gave it a 1.
Dude, you know what? I'm sticking with my 2.25, so I don't have to chug this purple drink.
It's okay. I'm only on my 3rd bottle of whiskey. Which,
Oh, Jesus
bottle
Christ,
number-
dude!
bottle
I
number
forgot.
2 is
I
better
forgot
than
how
number
little they were. I was like, wait a minute, Dozer, how are you still fucking awake? What are we leading into now?
that
Jericho
brings us.
Hoovy?
Yes, Jericho versus Hoovy, title versus mask.
Great,
Man, this shit was really good.
one of the probably the match of the night, honestly.
Yeah.
Those fuckers put on Hoovy's great. Jericho's hilarious.
Jericho came out, ripped up a Jericho sign.
Yeah, because he's the fucking man.
It
was a fun match, man.
I have a gripe. And this is a WCW problem where they do all these, and I ain't going to try to say what they're actually called, but the mask on the line matches, they have a name in luchador circles. But they do all these where for the other person, what's on the line is nothing. A title is nothing compared to a mask or hair in lucha.
Isaac and I talked about it. Isaac, do you remember I mentioned afterward? I was like, I wonder what it's like for these fucking luchadors. Like, they're getting paid a shitload of money, but like they're losing their mask. Like, not even in their home country. Like,
they did it to fucking Ray, dude.
Yeah, both Hoovy and Ray lost their mask in WCW for
took them
bullshit.
For nothing. Yeah, Ray was even worse, honestly. Like, as bad as this was, Ray's was even worse.
And that's what kind of ate me up more than the match was great, but Hoovy losing his mask kind of pissed me off.
You know what, though? I will say, how did I describe him? Jesus Christ. He looks like he could be like a fucking lady boy. Like,
he was.
He's cute.
He was hot.
Hubie
I'm like, why the fuck you wearing a mask?
Well, yeah, right, dude. How much pussy could that guy slay?
Well, actually, I sat there and went, "Oh, you're wearing a mask because if you didn't, they'd give you a model or a dancing gimmick."
Oh, well, yes. I mean, yeah. Although,
but
Jesus Christ, man, you'd have to fucking put the mask on to leave the arena. All the fucking I said I wasn't going to talk about buttholes and eating butt.
You've already did twice. Don't worry about it.
I didn't. I said I wasn't going to. That was me telling you that I wasn't going to talk about eating ass.
Look, I'm still awake, so shut the fuck up.
Shane, don't be disgusted. We're going for the trifecta here. We're trying to get them all right.
And prove Wade wrong on all of them.
The match was great. Jericho was the ultimate sniveling, whiny heel who just took everything to the extreme.
But when the time came, But when the time came, the finish, man, when he fucking hit him into that fucking lion tamer off of the attempted Hurricane Rana or whatever.
Oh yeah, no, they no, I mean Hoovy was doing. All of this shit, man. He did that springboard Hurricane Run off the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
That super close 450.
I don't know. I mean, he's done it on the past, 3 WCW pay-per-views that we've watched him on, and in every single time, it's like he stacks them up directly under the fucking ring post. And you're like, how is he gonna hit this? And then he hits it perfectly. Incredible.
Yeah, I mean it was just, honestly, a master class in multi regional cruiserweight style pro wrestling. I mean, there was,
Eh.
strict crisp striking, solid groundwork, high flying. It had everything you want from a great cruiserweight match.
And as someone who did not watch WCW back in the day, this made me appreciate the Hoovy versus Jericho match from last year on AEW that much more.
Yeah, that's
Seeing
the
more of the history behind it.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciated that match as it was because I understood there was history, but now watching the history, I appreciate it that much more. 4-star match.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, what is? I think the only thing, is the losing the mask was kind of a shitty.
I did not like
stipulation,
that, but I can't fault the stipulation at that point.
As Shane will attest to, I loved that match watching it live. The finish, I fucking lost my shit. I was enjoying that. Like, just such a clean from that Rana to throwing him down to that lion tamer and putting it on. We're all drinking, boys. What does Meltzer say before I fucking...
I remember the first number. I forget the second, so give me a second.
Oh, so it's something, point something. So we just have to take one drink.
3.75.
Word.
I was trying to convince myself it was a 3.75, but Dozer came out with a hard 4.
You know what? I was in the same position, dude. You know what, Shane? You and I tonight, we're a lot closer than we usually are.
Yes.
On our thinking. You want to have a suck off later?
Rub and tug.
Yeah. All right. Jo bros for life.
We going to get a great blowout going on here? What's happening?
Oh fuck yes, dude. All right. What's
and
the next
on that
fucking match?
Purple thing, we've got the British Bulldog versus Mongo.
Forgot about this garbage.
Oh yeah, this was hot shit, man. It was so slow and clunky.
Boring, slow.
Before we talk about the match, I just want to say, Mongo, we love you, but
yes,
dear God, stay away from wrestling.
No, I mean,
that's not a concern.
Yeah, I feel really bad because he's in such awful shape, and every time I see a picture of him, it makes me want to fucking cry. At the same time, great football player, not good wrestler. There's not much to say about this match. It wasn't super long. It wasn't super interesting. It wasn't super exciting. It wasn't anything.
I was gonna say, it wasn't super offensive either. It wasn't like
no. It was like a 1.5, one and a quarter.
No way. This was as one as you can get.
Okay, you know what? I don't usually change my ratings, but you know what? I'm feeling purple today, so what?
Yeah, I mean, listen, there was nothing inherently the worst about it.
No, except for Mongo.
But there was nothing positive.
I gotta go to a 0.75.
Okay, good.
And
you don't want to drink. That's fine.
No, it's not.
You're running out of whiskey. I get it.
No, I got bottles here. I don't want to give it a 1 because I enjoyed it less than the Goldberg match.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I can't give it the same rating as a Goldberg match. I have to give it
that higher because I enjoyed the Goldberg more, so I gave it a good rating.
So 0.75 on that.
What do we got from the Mel Dog?
What do you think we got from the Mel Dog?
1.5.
I think no, dude. I think he went 3.25.
No way.
Have you looked at any of Meltzer's ratings of a Mongo match? We've talked about them constantly.
I don't know, dude. What does he give it?
I think this is bog standard for Meltzer rating a Mongo match.
0.5.
0?
Dud.
All right, what's it?
Meltzer gives no ratings to Mongo matches. He hates them. God, every single one is a 0.
I mean, it's hard to argue.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, if you're sitting and trying to at least put on the persona that you're looking at it actually critically, I mean, it's hard to discern positive from Mongo matches.
Okay, what do we got? What's next?
Isaac's ready
We
to go
have
to bed. He's gonna be
Diamond
sleeping
Dallas
when the show
Page
next.
versus Name Redacted.
Okay, so this match was pretty fucking good, man. This was like the last good match of the night.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
it's no, I like this. I thought it was like it started off.
No, it
as like,
didn't suck. It was good.
It started off as like a chain wrestling match, and they were wrestling. And they started getting frustrated with each other, and
It was
DDP got
slow
mad.
at the beginning.
And fucking he came out and they started just beating the shit out of each other for a while. And it just turned into a brawl. And then they started doing all sorts of like, just like transitions to holds. Honestly, it was a fun match for me. DDP kept up with the best technical wrestler in the fucking company at the time.
He got carried by the best professional
Sure.
wrestler in the company.
But don't
I mean,
you can't
DDP
take
doesn't
much away.
suck though.
DDP
No,
a fucking good wrestler.
I'm not saying he does, but the idea that he did anything other than get drugged by the hand is
no. He kept up, man. He kept up. He did his thing, and he ended the match with a fucking sick diamond cutter from fucking flipping Benoit over his back and hit him with that cutter. It was a great fucking end RKO out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3. And then we got to see the sign shortly after that said, "I knew Benoit would lose," which was a great sign.
This was the second longest match of the night.
Yeah, I liked it, man. I think this was the second best match of the night. And in that vein, I think I give it a 3.5.
I am remiss to say I completely and wholeheartedly agree with you.
Uh-oh.
I liked it just a little less than you guys. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I thought like the first quarter was pretty boring. I didn't like the long early rest hold. But it did ramp up and it did get interesting. Yeah, I don't know. It was just a really well worked match. It was a 3 overall.
All right.
Well, I am happy to tell y'all none of us have to drink.
Well, you and I drink, dude, because we.
Well, yes, we agreed, but none of us have to drink for agreeing with Meltzer. He gave it a 3.25. He went right in the middle. So
It was a good match. It was a good match.
Kind of agrees with us.
Yeah. Well, that was the end of the pay-per-view. Everybody
Go home. Stop. If you are watching along, stop.
Stop. Yeah, just stop there. Enjoy that awesome main event.
Hey, look, I'm just going to come right out and tell y'all, right off the bat, looking at the next 3 matches, only one of the next 3 matches breaks a 1 star.
I can't even. I can't think of one that breaks a 1 for me.
So it's which one does it is the point of this question.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. What's next?
We have Lex
Macho
Luger
Man.
taking on Randy Savage.
Oh, half-star garbage. Total garbage. Just bullshit. Worst ending ever. It was a no DQ match where they the ref threatened to stop the match for almost nothing.
Is it like stopping a Hell in a Cell for a disqualification?
Yeah. And then there was
literally no DQ anything other than fighting in the crowd for a little bit.
Yeah, they fought in the crowd. There was like one chair hit, and then NWO ran in to break it up.
Luger was getting beat down the entire time. I mean, there was no offense from Luger. It was just a slow, methodical Randy Savage beatdown. Up until that first rack. And then Liz came in the ring, interfered. She got put up in a rack immediately again for some reason.
It was weird. Okay, so he puts Randy in the rack. Elizabeth comes in, rakes his eyes.
Yeah,
NWO comes in and they storm the ring. As soon as they hit the ring, the bell rings as if there's a disqualification. The bell rings. And then he puts Randy in a torture rack again, and they fucking call the match and ring the bell a second time and say that he won. From that, it was fucking a disaster. It was a half star. There's nothing good about this except for maybe Miss Elizabeth and her, as Shane called it, grease lightning phase. And I like Macho Man's entrance. He's a legend, but
there was literally nothing good about this.
No, there's nothing. It was a half star for me.
That's a dud.
There's one dud tonight, but it wasn't that one.
I'm incorporating duds into my ratings from now on.
Yeah, there's no zero. We rate 0 to 5. That's fine. Yeah. There was a dud this evening, but that wasn't it.
There's multiple duds this evening.
That was it. It was close. It was close, but yeah, the next one I believe is the biggest dud of the night. So what do we have here? We got another NWO match. It's a tag team match.
I have not given a rating, and I have not given you Meltzer's rating.
Holy shit!
Please
really?
Fucking hold, goddamn.
Yeah. Isaac is on fast track to
he sees
bed,
the time.
dude.
He's like, we gotta hurry. We gotta hurry.
I got nothing going on. I'm not trying to hurry anything. I just am fucking half drunk, kind of stoned, a little tired, and I just did not realize.
Drunk. I work half drunk. What's going on?
I just didn't realize that. Well, that you hadn't done it, dude.
Look,
I'm not that smart.
It's a 0.1 for me, which
at 0.1.
Yes.
God damn it.
Not quite a dud, but yeah.
Okay.
And Meltzer
what elevated at the 0.1, Dozer? I want an itemized description.
It's got to be just that Macho Man's in the match, right?
Macho Man.
Yeah,
I love Macho
Man. What's not to love?
It was a 0.5, except Luger was in the match, and I hate Luger. So.
Should also get better or whatever. Luger.
So
feel good
Meltzer
again.
gave this 0.75. Which brings us to our next outstanding competitive match of the
better than
night.
That Mongo match. It was not better than that.
Where we have
it wasn't
Kevin Nash and Scott
0.
Hall.
This is a dud.
Taking on Rick Steiner and Scott Steiner.
And the only thing about this match that has any sort of interest at all is the fact that this is the beginning of Big Papa Pump. And as we alluded to earlier, the second creation of the character.
What if
I give this a dud?
What if I told you
the match sucked, dude? There was nothing to happen.
The small amount of work that they did was fine. It would have ended up probably a pretty decent match.
Hey, it was 2 minutes longer than the Goldberg match.
It was 4 minutes, and nothing happened.
Hey,
except for the fact that Scott Steiner turned heel.
He couldn't even get him up for the goddamn fucking razor's edge.
So yeah. So you'd rather have dropped him on his head, Kevin Nash, no. So he did the smart thing. Stop it.
It was still a trash match. There was nothing good about it. This was nothing good about it.
This was a 0.5 because of the heel turn and because what they did given the limited circumstances.
This is my dud of the night.
Why do I have to agree with goddamn Shane on this one?
I don't know, dude. This was my dud of the night. It sucked.
Because it was better than the Macho Man match.
So was the shit on my toilet paper, but
that's
it doesn't make this a good match.
I didn't like this.
It's not a 0.
It's not a 0. And
it is for me.
I hate to say it. We're all worse than Meltzer on this one. This is the one match out of the 3 he rated above a 1. It's a 1.25.
Wow.
That's like the Steiner heel.
At least we can all agree that Dave Meltzer is on methamphetamines.
No, that would involve him having energy.
I mean, watching
it would time.
I mean, who knows?
Oh no, that would actually. I've watched enough Intervention to know that meth heads have messy houses. It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Main event.
It's Sting
and fucking the
Huckster.
man, the darkest skinned blonde, like platinum blonde person.
Terry Bollea.
Have you never met an Italian?
No, dude. I'm sorry.
Well, they don't
dude.
have
Look
platinum
at
blonde.
look
Never
at
mind.
his exactly. Look at it, that spray tan though, dude. Like, tell me that like it does not look like fucking Tony Atlas's body with fucking Hulk Hogan's head on it.
No, dude.
Tell me he doesn't look like
Arab.
somebody
He
on
was
the
darker
Jersey
than
Shore.
that. No, he's darker than that. Like, honestly, this is like Hulk Hogan, and like he put on like a bucket of spray tan and
He
then
is
shoe
doing
polish.
his best. He is doing his best impersonation of Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder.
It is though.
Boy, this match.
It's so
sucked.
distracting. This match sucked, but that was like more distracting than anything. It was like Hulk Hogan's fucking like tobacco leaf skin, dude. Like he's like a goddamn Maduro in there.
Oh, God damn it! I'm in Connecticut for once.
Yeah, no, you're Connecticut. Yeah, exactly. He's darker than that shit, dude. He's a fucking hard Maduro, man. I'm serious. It was fucking weird, but it was
He's
a shitty
fermented
match.
and sweet.
I was talking about this with Shane. I think Sting might be one of the most overrated wrestlers of all time, next to Undertaker.
Which I think kind of goes to show, because lately all the wrestlers think the wrestling matters, but looking at history, the gimmick matters more than the wrestler.
Well, the gimmick, it's a combination of the gimmick and then the person's ability to get it over, right? To get to like make you actually believe that they give a shit about it, because you give the Undertaker gimmick to anybody else and it doesn't work.
Yeah, the gimmick matters more than ability to wrestle.
Mhm.
And the only thing I have to point at that is Goldberg is top tier, next level talent, main event for almost his entire career, and Dean Malenko.
Yeah, fair enough. That's a
The
pretty
wrestling
good point.
don't matter, the gimmick matters.
So this
match, yeah, was
I
just
do agree.
awful. It was so bad. All of it was just slow, as gimmicky WCW pay-per-view main event as you can get. Hogan,
Macho Man ran in. Sorry, the finish of the Macho Man match, one of the things that happened was Hogan ran in and fucking didn't help him and then talk shit. And then this match ended with Macho Man running in and hitting Hogan with a spray paint can or something.
Yeah. And then
Nick Patrick was in it. Nick Patrick is great. Nick Patrick is the one reason that I give this more than a dud, because I love Nick Patrick.
Did you guys watch the Nick Patrick segment earlier in the night?
Yes, we did. We watched that. That was good. That was a great segment.
I sat there and went, wait, that's Nick Patrick? He looks nothing like Nick Patrick.
Yeah, I mean, Nick Patrick then, like, you know, but no, that was like, we talked about that too, and was like, man, they must have just heard him cut a promo and was like, yeah, you're the guy to do this shit.
Yeah, no, I mean, because the fact that they dedicated that much storyline and mic time to a goddamn ref.
But at the same time, like, you look at who his father was, it kind of makes sense. Like, the guy is born in the business. His dad is one of the Assassins, one of the greatest tag teams of all time.
I mean, and regardless, you look at what WCW wanted to do at that point, which is develop character-based wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it just makes sense. But yeah, this match was a fucking dud, dude.
0.25. 0.25, because I did like the
5 off.
I did no, because Nick Patrick deserves a quarter star, because I do like Nick Patrick and I thought his involvement was
we're
great.
adding refs to our ratings.
Okay, you know what? 0.2 for Nick Patrick and 0.05 for the Baby Nate bump that he took, which looked funny as hell, because he did like the ironing board falling over bump and it was fun. But yeah, I mean, the match sucked balls. It was such a fucking bullshit end of the pay-per-view. Sting won the championship, but of course Hulk Hogan couldn't go over clean because he's Hulk Hogan. And there was a lot of stuff in this pay-per-view that was better. And this was
luckily Meltzer didn't like it either. He gave it half a star.
All right.
Okay.
He rated it high.
Yeah, you rated it real high, but
Overall
honestly,
grades for the pay-per-view, boys.
this is a
It's really
watch.
tough.
This is a watch the first half. There's a lot on this pay-per-view that's worth watching, honestly. There's moments on this pay-per-view that are important to professional wrestling. But I cannot recommend watching the last 3 matches. Whatever you do, you have no obligation to watch those. So it's a watch if you want.
I think, yeah, it's it's hard to say watch the pay-per-view for the first series, just watch that and stop. The only things you need to watch are the first match and the Hoovy match. And by the first match, I mean the first 2, the first segment and the Hoovy match. Other than that, you can stop. So I say watch selected matches.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's you're ready for bed in an hour. So you're actually going to stay up an hour and a half, and then you're going to start dozing off in the second half.
All right. You know what? That might be the best.
Sleep.
The best rating I've heard yet from us is that this is a great match to watch if you have an hour before you're going to fall asleep.
Well, let's look all the other beyond shitty pay-per-views we have watched.
No, for sure.
The good shit happens at the end.
Not
because they're all WWE.
though.
Oh, WCW, the good shit always happens at the beginning. You guys should know that now.
Yeah,
no, we know that, but we're just trying to say.
Oh,
no, it's interesting.
All the pay-per-views, looking at everything we've watched.
Yes.
Yeah, no, like this. You watch this if you need to fall asleep at night. You get the excitement's done, and then you go, "Oh, I can close my eyes for this Goldberg match."
No.
Oh, Hoovy. Okay, I'm up.
I was gonna say you start fading during Benoit and DDP, and then by the time Macho Man hits, you're gone.
You're out. You see Macho Man and you drift off into the sweetest of dreams.
And then you'll wake up with the Peacock logo bouncing across your screen.
Oh no, you wake up with like Super Brawl 12 or whatever the last.
Oh, dude, it's the best. I love falling asleep with it on, and then waking up and then seeing where I'm at.
And you're like, what match is this? What am I watching?
I'm on Raw 3 weeks later.
Yeah.
Have you ever watching YouTube when you're falling asleep is hilarious because the shit you wake up to, it's hit beyond bizarre.
That's why I turned off the fucking auto, the auto next whatever.
Auto play.
Yeah, because I sometimes when I go to bed, I like to listen to I'll listen to a segment of Jim Cornette or whatever, but I don't want to hear all the other bullshit that comes after. So yeah, I turned that off. I disabled the autoplay.
Well, speaking of autoplay, we'll be live again next week at 10:05.
Yeah,
Eastern Standard Time, Thursday.
We're gonna do a bit of a roundtable discussion there.
Thank you for listening to this. I did not mean to hit that.
I was all right, we're done.
We're just gonna talk. We're gonna do some talking. Goodbye.
We're gonna do a roundtable discussion. If you guys want to hear any topics, if you have any input, if you want to hear us answer any of your questions, we don't give a shit. Bye.
Thank you for listening to this edition of Such Good Shoot. If you are on YouTube, please remember to like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon. Or subscribe to us on your favorite audio catcher. Or finally, if you're on Facebook, leave a comment, like the video, and make sure to share it out to all your friends. Until next time, we have been Such Good Shoot, and have a great day.